Good day everyone. My name is Gerard Felix and I am a Microsoft certified trainer since 2020 and I am from India. Today we are going to dive deeper into a critical topic deploying trustworthy AI agents with a specific focus on guardrails and security within Azure AI Foundry. The landscape is rapidly evolving, moving from simple models to increasingly autonomous agents. This shift brings immense potential but also significant challenges, primarily around ensuring these agents are trustworthy. Our agenda today will cover understanding the AI evaluation and why trustworthy is paramount, defining what trustworthy AI agents are and their core characteristics, exploring the core pillars of trustworthy AI, introducing AI guardrails and their importance, highlighting Azure AI Foundry as robust platform for building trustworthy AI, and finally discussing practical implementation and best practices. Let's start by understanding what trustworthy agents are. Simply put, these are AI systems designed to act autonomously on behalf of user or business process. They possess several key characteristics that differentiate them. Autonomy. They can make decisions and take actions independently. Tool use. They can interact with external systems like APIs and databases to achieve their goals. Reasoning. They can chain together thoughts and actions to achieve complex objectives. This AI agent revolution represents a significant shift from traditional, simpler AI models. However, with greater autonomy comes a greater challenge, ensuring their behavior is safe, reliable, and secure. This is what we call the trust gap. The risk of deploying AI agents without proper oversight or sustainable. These can include hallucinations, agents generate incorrect or fabricated informations, security vulnerabilities, exploit weakness in the agent's design or deployment, misuse, agents being used for unintended or harmful purpose. The core pillars of trustworthy AI and responsible AI principles. To address this trust gap, we rely on the core pillars of trustworthy AI and responsible AI principles. These are fundamental to building AI systems that society can rely on. The core pillars include fairness. AI agents must be fair and operate without exploiting bias. Inclusiveness. They should be designed to be accessible to all users. It should not um, have any bias or it should not avoid any users. It should be open to all. Reliability and safety. Agents must be dependable in their operation and curiously must not cause harm. They should not cause any harm to anyone using it. Transparency. Their behavior should be understandable to users and developers. Beyond these pillars, we also adhere to broad responsible AI principles, which include privacy and security, ensuring that data handled by the agents is protected. Accountability. establishing clear mechanism for human oversight and responsibility. These principles are not just ethical guidelines, they are essential for safe and effective deployment. So, how do we practically enforce these pillars and principles? The answer lies in AI guardrails. Think of guardrails as the rules of the road for your AI agent. They are protective measures that constrain the behavior of an AI agent. Guardrails are crucial for preventing undesirable outcomes and ensuring safe operation. Let's look at some key types. Content filter. These are designed to prevent harmful, offensive, or biased outputs from the agent. They act as crucial first line of defense against inappropriate content generation. So it will avoid all the hateful speech. So you can manage the content. Next comes the prompt seals. These are vital for security, defending against prompt injection, jailbreaking, and other malicious attacks. They ensure that user cannot manipulate the agent to bypass its intended safety measures or security protocols. A good example for this, if you go to ChatGPT or Copilot and if you ask some illegal questions, it says it is not created for users, or it is not allowed to give you the answer. Groundness detection. This type of guardrail ensure that the agent's output are based on verified, trusted data source or not hallucinated. This is a key maintenance factual accuracy and reliability. Protected material detection. Similar to content filters, these prevents the generation of harmful, offensive or biased output, providing another layer of content control. Implementing these guardrails effectively requires a robust and secure platform. This is where Azure AI Foundry comes in. Azure AI Foundry is designed as the trust platform for building, managing, and governing AI agents. It offers a unified environment that is specifically built in with responsible AI capabilities from the ground up. It also integrates seamlessly with existing Azure Enterprise security and governance features such as role-based access control. It's provide fine-grained permission for your teams, ensuring only authorized personnel can access or modify agents configuration. Certified compliance. Adhering to industry standards and regulations, giving you peace of mind. Virtual networks, offering network isolation for secure data handling, protecting your sensitive informations. Microsoft Defender for cloud, providing advanced threat detection and managing your overall security posture. Azure AI Foundry simplifies trust by providing the necessary tools and ensure and secure foundation right out of the box. Implementing guardrails in this environment ensure your agents are deployed responsibly. When building AI agents and applications, it's important to establish guardrails that protect users prevent misuse, and ensure responsible AI use. Azure AI Foundry built in future to help us implement these guardrails. So let's go step by step. The first step is create content filters. This first step is to create a content filter. Here we define harm categories such as hate, sexual, self-harm, or violence. We also configure thresholds like blocking, monitoring, or allowing certain content. This helps ensure AI output remains safe and aligned with enterprise standard. Next comes the configure filters. Step 2 is the configure filters. We configure filters. These apply not only to output from the model but also to input prompts. For example, we can stop malicious prompts from even reaching the model. By setting rules upfront, we make sure inappropriate or harmful content doesn't flow through the system. Step 3. Filters alone won't work unless we apply them to deployments. At this stage, we attach the content filter to deploy model or agent. This ensures that every request going through the deployed endpoint is automatically monitored. Step 4. Use blocklist. In addition to content filters, we can use custom blocklist. This allows us to add sensitive keywords, proprietary data, or domain specific term thus that must never be exposed. Think of this as a way fine-tune guardrails for your organization unique needs. And step 5, code examples. Finally, these filters can also be applied programmatically. Developers can embed code that enforce guardrails so they are always in place no matter how the AI is accessed. This helps create a standardized approach across multiple applications. Together, these 5 steps content filters, configuration, deployment, blocklist, and code integration provide a strong framework for implementing guardrails. With these, we ensure AI system remains safe, responsible, and trustworthy in real-world scenarios. When we talk about deploying agents in the enterprise system, security is not optional. Agents enter sensitive data, take actions, and interact with external systems like SAP, Oracle, ServiceNow, and lot more. So we must design them with security from the start. Data security. The first comes data security. Always encrypt data at rest and in transit. Use customer managed keys to maintain control over encryption. This ensures that only your organization can access the keys, not a cloud provider. Also, secure communication is vital. Use private endpoints whenever possible so your agent traffic doesn't travel over the public internet. Step 2, access control. Next comes access control. The principle of least privilege is key here. Don't give your agents more permission than they need. Role based access control or RBAC helps us tightly control what an agent can and cannot do. Combine this with managed identities so you don't have to embed criminals directly into your code. This reduces the risk of leaks and limits blast radius if an account is compromised. Finally, monitoring and observability. Observability. Every action your agent takes should be logged and traceable. This helps with compliance, but more importantly, it creates accountability. With proper observability, you can detect abnormal behavior, quickly investigate incidents, and prove complaints during audits. Think of monitoring as your early warning system against misuse or compromise. Security best practice for AI agents and governance and oversight. To truly ensure trustworthy AI, we must also consider security best practice for agents and robust governance and oversight. Trustworthy trust is a product future. It's not something you bold on at the end. Trustworthiness must be a core part of the deployment lifecycle from the very beginning. Governance is a continuous cycle. This involves setting policies, executing them, and providing feedback to ensure agents remain compliant and safe over time. It's an ongoing process, not a one time setup. A practical approach to deployment is to start small, scale safely. Begin with clear guardrails in place and you build trust in your agent behavior. You can gradually increase it autonomy. This allows for controlled expansion and risk management. In conclusion, the journey to deploying trustworthy agents is a significant one, but with the right approach and tools, it's entirely achievable. Key takeaways from today are: trust is not an overthought, it's a fundamental part of a deployment lifecycle. Azure AI Foundry simplifies the process of building trust, offering the tools and the secure foundation you need. Always begin with clear guardrails and adopt a start small, scale safely strategy to gradually increase agent anatomy as trust is established. Thank you for your time. I appreciate your engagement and look forward to supporting your cloud journey. You are invited to connect with me on LinkedIn. Once again, I thank Ashu Back to School for organizing this session. See you then. Bye.